Hi, everyone. I am Lauren Konkar-Sheehy. I am the Executive Director of the Garden State Film Festival. And this year, we bring you our 24th annual festival, where we have over 200 films from 19 different countries and other film-centered events at Asbury Park and the Cranford Theater. So those dates are March 26th to the 29th, 2026. Today, I'm so excited to have with us the writer and one of the producers from Father's Day, Brianna Yonkin. Yanokin.
We got it. That was great.
Take 3. Yeah. So, Brianna, it looks so beautiful. This is a homegrown short. Tell us, like, how did this story come to be? I'm terrified. How did you dream it up, get everything made, and what was the production experience like?
Yes, so this actually began as a experimental short that I wrote during COVID, and that took on multiple iterations. It was kind of like leaving it, coming back because I had so much time on my hands. And then from there, I found myself really invested in all of the characters in a way where I really wanted more from each one. And I just felt like the short, I was trying to get it down into such like a shortened version in the sense of I felt like I was too focused on making the shots super experimental that I was losing a lot of the exposition of the individual story arcs. So I kind of tossed it away a little bit, got rid of a lot of the shots that were maybe my babies, like killing my darlings slightly. And then when I came back to it, I wanted to open it with a scene for each character. And then from there, it kind of took like a new shape, a new form. As far as the production side of things, Rick Cook filmed it, Hunter edited it, and I've worked with them in the past a lot. Rolando, who directed it, he and I have a close relationship, and he also has worked with me on multiple projects, as well as Sam. Sam was my lead producer as well as my set designer. She's phenomenal, and she's such like a strong woman. So I felt like I had such a supportive team around me where everything just kind of started falling into place. And then we got really lucky with the locations. There was a huge flood in Berks County where we were originally supposed to film in Pennsylvania, and so we had to kind of pivot last minute. But thanks to a lot of people in the room, we were able to find a new location that actually worked great. So yeah, it was a great time. It was hectic, but it was great.
That's so cool. Well, I love Rick and Hunter.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with having them on anything. But
Yep.
the locations are magical. Even the trees. How did that come to be?
So the tree was all Rick. We went on a location scout, and there was like this tree, and he was like, "This is what we're gonna do." Because originally it was written next to like a body of water, because the original location had one. And then he was like, "No, it makes sense right here." And then that location, I had to go to like a board meeting because it's technically a museum, and we were the first film to ever get access to film on property.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was Bowman Stickney Farmstead. So I had to go to like this whole, what do you call it? I'm like in a boardroom, and it's like a whole table of people, and I had to like pitch my film.
Meeting. Yeah.
Yep. So then I was sitting in the parking lot with my little Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, I hope they say yes. Because at that point, we were, I think, like literally 48 hours out from filming. No, like it was insane. I didn't tell anyone that because I was like, I'm not going to tell Rick or anyone because they'll probably panic, right? So I just like stayed quiet, and I was like, and then they said I could do it, and I was like, thank God. I was like, okay, we have a location now. I was like, literally, like by the time they called me, maybe 36 hours out from filming. So risk that one for the biscuit because, yeah.
Whoa, that is so cool. And Rick grew up going to the Allaire State Park and stuff, which is very similar. So I feel like he already knew in his mind what it was going to look like, but you really like nailed it. It's so beautiful. The furniture inside. So it makes so much more sense now because I was like, how did they get that? How did they get this? And then the cast, how did that come to be? Everyone, you can tell, has so much pride and was really into every single thing that you wrote for each character.
So most of them are people I have either worked with in the past, or friends of mine who are in the arts. The Anthony Mark Mancini, who plays father, I had another actor in mind. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. This is another funny story. Like 48 hours out, I found him on backstage, and he wasn't really getting back to me. So I saw his phone number at the bottom. So I just called him. You know, like that whole thing is like, what if we just call Beyonce up? That's what I did.
Yeah, just call. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I did. I just fully cold called him, and he answered, and then he was on set. literally within 48 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And the bedroom scenes, like where was that?
Oh, that was Sam's apartment. So we
Oh
like
wow.
reconstructed Sam's entire room, and then we went to the thrift store, we got a bunch of stuff, and there's like a picture of Rick literally like on top of the bed. She's like trying to move this stuff. It's like really funny, but she killed that. Yeah, somehow she matched it to the museum in a way where you wouldn't even be able to tell it's a different space, which is neat.
Yeah, it's so cool. And the candles and everything, you really nailed it. Um, Gosh, it's so great. But also the importance of working with a great crew. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because, like you mentioned, I know the crew that you worked with and you know them, but how do you feel it just helps make or break the production a little bit more when you know and you have that rhythm with everybody?
So I feel really privileged that all of my friends are so talented and amazing, but also so willing to collaborate with me and just be down for all my ideas. I'm so sorry, that's my cat, but it must be done. um, so I just feel really like I feel very seen by all of them on set. They know when something maybe is not going the way that I want it to go. Rick, especially too, on set, I feel like him and I are very like locked in just because we have a private friendship outside of the arts world, which has really allowed for me, in my opinion, also as a woman, just to kind of blossom on a set. I feel like sometimes, because I've been on quite a few at this point. This was my first one that was my project, but Sylvester, please. I feel like I don't have to maybe micromanage all of my reactions to everything, in the sense of being afraid of coming across maybe too aggressive or too firm in my convictions. I never really have to stress about that. And Penn, my camera team also was like Dawson, Christian, Penn, Olivia, who I've been thankfully working with for years. So we just had such a tight knit group. So that even when things came up that were maybe like for instance, there was a scene on a porch and originally it was staged differently, but they were doing construction on the museum. So there were like bolts everywhere. So we had to like on the spot flip the scene. It ended up taking about like an hour and a half longer than it was supposed to. But we just were able to work together and figure it out. Oh my God. I don't know what he broke.
Uh-oh, that's
Yeah, that's okay.
so cool. And then I would like your perspective because for me, I like that Hunter's not on set when he gets to edit something because his whole brain can just focus on that.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
So Hunter calls it my great silence. For like 6 months, I ghosted him because he had the project. He sent it to me, and then I don't know. I just was like, sometimes you get too close to your own art and you suffocate it, and that's what I was doing. So he sent me this beautiful first version of it where he found like this nightmare sequence that's at the end that was never even in the script, because he just had my script and then obviously his beautiful brain, and he like came together and brought it. So I ghosted him for about 6 months. And then I circled back, and then we had the final cut within 3 edits, which I think is insane. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm really proud because you do have some of my former students on your project, but
Really?
Oh yeah, Rick Penn. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh yeah. So
No.
my husband and I are one of the producers on Into the Black also.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But it was so great. So I was super excited to see when this was submitted.
Oh, this makes me really happy. No, Penn's amazing. I've known Penn since I was like 17 from acting school. So
oh my gosh.
He's the star of the interview. He's upset. He's not in it.
He's like, where's my close-up?
Yeah.
So do you have any feedback or thoughts or tips for filmmakers who are just starting out?
Yes. Invest in your community of filmmakers around you. Like if there's people doing cool things, show up for them. And it's amazing how down the line they will show up for you. I was working on sets, just meeting these people, and then outside of that, making genuine connections, genuine friendships. I also think it's important to talk outside of the lens of film if you really care about these people, and really like building your little community, because if it wasn't for them, this never would have happened. I never made a project ever in my whole life. This was like the first time I've ever done anything like on film. So the fact that it came out the way it did is like fully kudos to the entire crew and cast, because they made it what it was. I just had a crazy idea. So.
And it's a wonderful idea. It's so beautiful. The lighting, the colors, everything, the wardrobe. Was the wardrobe tricky?
Yeah, so I contacted a Mennonite there's a lady who she's Mennonite in Pennsylvania, and her and I got individual sizes for everyone, and then I sent those to her, and then she sent me the dresses with like a beautifully written note. Yeah, but they were like authentic from the Mennonite community, which I thought was really amazing.
Wow, that's so cool. And
Yeah.
after this, can you send me the information to the museum? I want to send them a thank you letter for
Oh yeah.
letting film on
Yep.
their property.
Absolutely.
More and more, New Jersey needs to be aware that film-ready municipalities are getting more and more ready for film to come into the areas. And so I understand it's scary for some of them, but if you kind of just understand it a little bit and break it down, they're not as scared. So we need to work where we live in New
Yep.
Jersey. And
Absolutely.
it's so great that we have so many wonderful independent films like Father's Day. And so what else about like this idea coming out of your mind and becoming a real item in front of your eyes and then watching the final cut?
I just rewatched it like a month ago for the first time in a few months, and I think I can now appreciate it. Obviously, there's always things that you see and you're like, "Ah, I should have listened to this person and done this differently." But I think as a whole, we have something that we can all be really proud of. We all worked really hard. We've also all evolved so much since the project in our own individual journeys artistically.
Mhm.
I'm kind of crazy, so I'm going back into production for it at the top of the summer, just because there's like little things I just really want to fix and tweak, and I want to add more exposition to make it slightly longer. And the fact that they're all down, they're like, you know what, let's do it. I'm like, okay, yay. So I'm excited to get the gang back together.
That's
Yeah,
so exciting.
yeah,
And I'm hoping to see everybody at the film festival to celebrate. Your film
yes.
is playing Sunday, March 29th. The block code is TA16 for the Asbury. So it's in the Asbury Hotel. When you see the building, you're going to enter the door on your left. The one on the right is to the hotel lobby. The event space is on the left. And it's screening 3 p.m. to 4:45. I hope, is Hunter going to come?
I know he has a baby on the way now, so I got to
Oh
see.
my gosh. So maybe
I know
not.
Rick's gonna be there. I know because Cooped Up is also in the same film
Yeah.
block, which is so fun. So many of the same people.
Strategically. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Rolly will be there. Sam will be there. Gigi will be there. Maz. So I'm excited. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Thank you so much. And if there's anything else you want to share about the production experience and or working with Danny or anybody on the cast and crew.
Danny's just an incredible actor, incredible friend, incredible creative. He's also one of my executive producers. Tim is one of my executive producers. He's like a calming force in the room. Rolly is so talented. My actors, they're all my friends. They just are incredible. And if you need any recs for crew, feel free to hit me up. I will happily send my entire crew list to anyone because they make magic happen and they're just amazing and they deserve all the work in the world. Yeah.
They do. And most of them are on the New Jersey Production Guide, but if you're not, just Google or type in newjerseyproductionguide.org and you can find them on there. And if you're not yet on there, you should get listed. So Brianna, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be seeing everybody at the film festival. So we are March 26th to the 29th. Get your tickets today at gsff.org and tell Sebastian we said goodbye.
No, I know. He's right here.
Yeah. Wait, no, Sylvester or Sebastian?
Sylvester, but everyone always calls him Sebastian.
Okay.
No, this is not a first, and it won't be the
Why?
last.
Oh my God,
No,
the
it's
cat
okay.
was like, oh, my name is
He's not
Sebastian.
even mad. He's just happy he got the shout out. Now he's calm. Now he's
Oh,
calm.
sorry, I should have started it off.
Wait, no.
But
fine. He's fine. Trust. He has so many treats. He'll be fine.
oh my gosh, that's great. So thank you again. We're really excited to be showing this homegrown short. And we'll see you March 26th to the 29th in Asbury Park and Cranford. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.